To the session on design best practices. Design is the most important phase in the product development lifecycle, and any mistake done at this phase does not just have impact on the cost, effort, and timeline, but can even jeopardize the entire project. Let's take a look at some of the design best practices followed in producteering. Keep it simple and sweet. Keep the design simple and straightforward so that it's easy for everyone to understand and adopt. Do not over-engineer the solution without proper justification. As products evolve, the design of it also should evolve. So continuously look for avenues to refactor and redesign in order to keep up with the product pace. Validate your assumptions. Do not make any design decisions based on assumptions. You might end up making a very costly assumption. Every single detail which can impact the design decisions should be discussed with all the concerned stakeholders. Pay undivided attention to NFRs. As like the famous quote says, operation success, but patient died. Failing to address non-functional requirements will yield a similar result where the product functionality will work in development, but no one will be able to use it in the real world. Non-functional requirements need to be addressed right at the design phase. Trying to address them towards the end of the project can lead to a lot of rework and additional costs. Use proven design patterns. Design patterns are time-tested and proven solutions. No one would want to reinvent the same wheel. Moreover, using these standard patterns will also help in expediting the solution by cutting down the learning time for developers. Design interfaces first. Identifying the interfaces helps in nailing down a lot of things. First and foremost, it gives a skeleton structure for your proposed solution, which can be consumed by other systems or developers towards building their part of the solution. This approach will help in reducing a lot of integration challenges which usually happen in the last minute. Build prototypes to validate your design. Designs are conceptual thinking of how the solution should work. However, you may face a real challenge when you put them to test. Prototypes can help in validating the design and ensure if the solutions work in the way it is supposed to work. Particularly, non-functional requirements can be tested using the prototypes before releasing the design to the coding team. The prototype also helps the developers in understanding the design. Communicate your design effectively. Communication in general is important for the success of the project. While an architect can come up with an excellent design, the developer should understand it correctly and adhere to the design. Many times, the complete knowledge of the design resides between the ears of the architect. It's important to bring this out in a format that is easily comprehensible by developers. Using UML standard tools can help in achieving this. Go for reusable components. Lazy developers is a nice term to indicate smart developers who do not like doing the same work twice. Having reusability in mind can help to a great extent in avoiding duplication of work and at the same time improve the control and quality of the product. Reusable components can be created or picked from third-party providers. In the case of components being created, the reusable components should be identified during the start of the design, and the same should be communicated to the team so that they don't recreate the same. In the case of third-party components, the concerned architect should approve the usage of such components after reviewing the licensing terms and the other SLAs of the component. Have a central control on DB design and changes. It's impractical to freeze the DB design upfront. Many times, the DB goes through design changes as the team start to gain more knowledge on the requirements. However, it's not a good idea to allow everyone change the design as per their needs. Therefore, having a single person manage the DB design and related changes can help in establishing a consistent database. Incorporate statistics in your design. Instrumentation is the process of measuring and controlling the variables that can result in a high performance output. This term is typically used in manufacturing domain, but equally makes sense for software as well. It's important to know how your software function in a real world scenario. In order to know this, you need to collect a set of statistics, for example, response time, processor load, feature usage, etc. Thanks a lot.